Questions about oversight and demands for accountability have been mounting since our investigative series began airing. In October, as we reported, some oversight comes from the state's Bureau of Healthcare Quality and Compliance. They sent inspectors to SafeNest on October 30th, almost a week after our first story aired. Shortly thereafter, SafeNest posted a statement to the community on their website critical of our reports. The statement included one sentence about the state's findings. What's notable isn't what they did say, but what state records show they didn't say in their statement. In preparing for this story, I asked SafeNest for an on-camera interview. They declined and asked to respond in writing. Though our policy is not to provide questions in advance, we did ask them for comment on the portions of the state's report they chose not to include in the statement that sat at the top of their website for nearly 2 months. Instead of answering me, they posted a new statement on their website on Monday, the day before they knew our story was set to air. It acknowledges more of the state's findings, saying SafeNest didn't include that in the first statement because the allegations were referred by the inspectors to the appropriate authorities. As you watch this story, keep in mind it was only after we called them out that they chose to be fully transparent with the public.
'Cause I'm in your face right now!
Women who are frightened,
Come on, y'all.
desperate for safety and security, seeking shelter, but instead finding chaos at one of the lowest points in their lives.
Every time I go back there, every time I get to the gate, I'm in fear to even enter the gate. Because every time I go in there, my safety is in danger.
The 4 SafeNest clients who first came forward asking 13 Investigates to share their stories lived in the shelter in varying stages from fall of 2023 through summer of 24. They all provided documents, photos, and videos of what they encountered in shelter, including physical violence, theft, drugs, weapons, and an unsanitary environment.
The conditions of the shelter are absolutely unethical.
Their experience has caught the attention of the State Division of Child and Family Services, who brought in the State Department of Health and sparked HCQC's inspection. The Bureau of Healthcare Quality and Compliance does not license or certify domestic violence shelters, but does investigate complaints of a potential public health hazard, like what Natasha videotaped when she was there.
Because this is like nobody can ever cook and eat here. This has been here since yesterday.
SafeNest had nearly a week to clean up after we reported on the client's experiences. In its letter to the community after the state's inspection, SafeNest says it fully cooperated with the Bureau, which found no evidence of crimes that would warrant a report to law enforcement agencies and found no evidence of a public health hazard to warrant further investigation regarding public health. We wanted to know what else the state found, so 13 Investigates obtained the 3-page memo inspectors wrote about their visit. Overall, inspectors found the facilities were clean and functional. They saw a housekeeper sweeping downstairs, but the stairs and the upstairs hallway in the main house were found to have dirt, dust, and debris on floors. When inspectors tried to speak to clients about safety at the shelter, a male resident reported things were good and he felt safe, but when a female resident who appeared nervous and was talking in circles was speaking to inspectors, SafeNest's chief operating officer cut it short, telling inspectors they needed to put interviews on pause because residents might feel uncomfortable. The surveyors told SafeNest it was the client's right to speak to an inspector if they wished to do so, noting the VP and COO both agreed. Inspectors then interviewed another female client who lived at the shelter with her 4 children and told them she loves it there and the staff are great. But the state's report notes that SafeNest staff had directed inspectors to speak with that particular woman. The report also notes that her experience was not shared by all.
It was an absolute nightmare in this place.
2 other female clients described the type of conditions that Lauren and the other women we spoke to experienced. Although SafeNest's statement called the state's visit a, quote, surprise investigation, unquote, the report shows those 2 female clients told inspectors the facility was always dirty and staff knew the state was going to be visiting, so staff scrambled to clean up the shelter. They also indicated there is physical abuse, sexual abuse, and drug and alcohol use in the facility. In its statement after the state's visit, SafeNest did not acknowledge what those 2 women told inspectors, but did write, "Unfortunately for victims of domestic and sexual abuse, the trauma, violence, and co-occurring drug addiction and mental health conditions do not end the moment they walk through our shelter doors." A former employee who spoke on the condition of anonymity said that sometimes leads to violence between shelter residents.
The reaction to the violence is what was surprising. They wouldn't necessarily do very much about any of it.
The 2 clients told inspectors they feel the staff are doing the best they can, but there is a lack of screening or searching of clients. They explained clients will leave the facility and go to the store and return with drugs and alcohol. Overall, the 2 clients feel the shelter is very unsafe, just like those we spoke to.
I feel like it's Hunger Games there. You have to basically fight to survive in there. It's horrible.
They don't treat us like they're concerned or care about our well-being, our safety, or anything while we're in there.
The state's report also says no calendar or schedule regarding security or mental health counseling was observed, but when specifically asked, the Vice President of Advocacy and Collaboration advised they were providing those services. When April was there in 2024, she told us,
I have not received not even the bare minimum of what they are alleging they will provide or offer to somebody as a victim of domestic violence and fleeing from trafficker.
A spokesperson for the Nevada Department of Health and Human Services confirmed to me in an email that while state health facility inspectors did not witness any crimes while inspecting the facility in October, they did make referrals to other agencies regarding abuse allegations. That's another element of the state's report that SafeNest chose not to mention in its statement to the community.